Alright, what's up guys, we're back making a video, right? I've seen the previous comments. You know, some guys said, also what should we be doing? Should we be buying your stands? Well, figuring out that you guys want me to make content on cards, yeah, and I've basically said that I'm not going to be buying any cards if they're not limited edition, right? Because obviously Pokemon nukes the value of everything by just constantly printing it over and over again in separate repeat boxes and, you know, nuking the value of things, and that's just the way it is. But what I wanted to show you was, right, so I've just found an inconsistency in PSA's cases. Now the reason why is because I was making a stand, right, and I know people are going, oh wait, look, he's talking about stands again, blah 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 blah. You know, if you don't like the content I put on YouTube, yeah, you know what you can do, you can unsubscribe, you can bye-bye, see you later. It doesn't make any difference to me, right? Right, so basically, this is the stand that I made for PSA, considering that, you know, I was trying to sell some, you know, graded card stands. Now, people will probably like, oh, he's trying to sell his stands again, but you don't remember something. You have to remember something. If you want me making card content, yeah, and you want to support the channel, if there's an option that you want to support the channel, you can buy something from my eBay page that helps me recover money that I can go spend that money on the cards that you want me to show, right? So, you know, I'm not going to go spend my money now on cards that aren't limited edition because you can't get rid of them, right? And you need to recover funds to be able to get your stuff back. So basically, this is a PSA 5 cert. Right, now this is the base model that we made for this. So I'm like, right, this fits, yeah? This fits no problem, right? So, you know, and there's no play in it either side, right? So we made this. I made these with me 3D printer as well. So if you collect sats and you stack Bitcoin, then yeah. And if you want any of these, right, and a weed grenade, yeah, you can actually store stuff in them before anybody goes, oh, well, what's the point of that, bro? That's useless. Well, you know, I've already sold a few of these to my friend, and I sold him one of them in a Bitcoin colour, you know, and, you know, that's people support what you do, right? So, because I would rather have a ton of printers going every day than doing what I normally do during the week, right? So, this is the whole reason that we're working towards something else, right? So, as you can see, this card, right, fits in this perfectly. Now, when I get you another one like this, you probably think, oh yeah, PSA card, PSA slab, yeah, you know, but I'm going to show you something now. So this one is lighter than this one. You can feel the difference in the weight, right? Now it's tight, yeah? Now it's tight fit, right? But I didn't really want it to be tight fit because I know people, you know, it's not going to suit everyone's, like, basically, preference, right? So we found that the cases have an inconsistency. Now, they do look quite good, to be fair. And the reason why we made these ones like this, right, is because some guy said, oh, well, you can get a stand off eBay for like £3. Okay, so you can get a stand off someone else for £3. So who would you rather give your money to? Would you rather give your money to someone that you don't know? Or would you give someone to a creator that you watch on a regular basis? Do you know what I mean? Right, so if you want someone to, say, post videos about, you know, a next investable box or whatever, right, you know, do you want to give your money to someone else, or do you want to give some money to someone that you watch online, right? And you have, like, can message and they'll probably message you back or something, right? So, you know, I have a bit of a, like, disagreement with what some people say, because I think if I like somebody and I like their content, I'm going to support that guy and I'm going to buy off that individual, then I'm rather going to give my money to someone else. For example, if I was to give my money to Amazon, I don't support Amazon, right? If I wanted, say, From Software to bring back a game like this, then I'm going to buy something that they produce, so they get money, so they can make something that I want them to do. Yeah. So this is what I mean, right? Like, for example, yeah, off topic, right? This is one of my old favourite games that I used to play consistently online with many good people, and I met some good people on this game, right? And I still, like, kind of talk to them every now and then, right? So this is an Xbox game stand, right? So basically, if you've got an old Xbox game and you want to basically put it in a stand, right, and you want to display it, I made these as well, right? After like 6 prints to get it right. So 6 prints to get it right, and I made this, right? So basically, what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you what I've got up to over the last few days, right? I'm not trying to sell you this, but I will be putting these on the internet because I know that people out there, like, for example, Halo 3 got shut down, right? Some hackers or some OG gamers that used to play Halo, right, 3, have made a bootable server. So you can go online and connect to their server and play Halo 3 and smash kids like you did in 2010, right? So, you know what I mean? Because Microsoft shut the servers down. So if, let's say, for example, you invest in Microsoft on the stock market and you become a shareholder of Microsoft, you could then dictate to Microsoft and say, well, I'm a big shareholder in your company, I want this to come back. They've got to say, well, because this guy's on the board of directors, yeah, because if you hold 25% of a stock, right, of a company, they have to aboard you onto the board of directors. Do you know that, right? So if you go hammering stock of a specific company, you can then be in that company and then dictate what goes on in that company because you now are one of the main percentage holders of the business, yeah? And that's how you then say, right, this is the game that's going to come out, right, or whatever. So there's an inconsistency with the PSA cases, meaning that some of them are thicker than others. So this is a stand that I made that was tight fit, right? So now we're going to test it, right? Now we get this card. You see how it's loose, yeah? Now this one, you see, this is what I mean. This is why, like, it's kind of shit that you have to play around with 1mm. So essentially, right, I don't want to knock my camera over while doing the video, yeah, right, so you see, this one's not as, on this case it's not so bad, right, but there's still a bit of play, you can tell, right, with the difference. So yeah, you know what I mean. So, you know, this is one of my cards that basically is worth fuck all, but I like it, so that's why made in 2012, so it's a dragon card, made in a dragon year. Right, with the top loader stands, they're no problem. Right, I think these look cool with these, like, this clear stuff looks sick. If you want a video regarding cards, I did buy some Yu-Gi-Oh tins that are limited edition, but they are from like 2022 and they're the gold tins. So I might be opening a couple of packs of them in a couple of days, right? No guarantee because I'm busy. I've got other stuff to do. I'm focusing on my 3D printing because cards is dead, right? It's dead. And I mean, what I mean by it's dead is, like I said, you get people on eBay like buy a card 99p, you buy another one, mate, no, right, request a cancellation then. So really and truly over the last few days we're kind of not selling anything. So if we're not selling anything, we kind of can't make videos. So this is why I'm obviously pointing something out that PSA cases, right, are thicker than some others. So as you might say, if you was to buy this stand for £3, now let's say for example, right, if you bought this stand for £3, this can go through a large letter, right? This can go through a large letter post box. So a large letter is £1.55 minus the eBay fee, which is 55, about 55-60 pence. You selling this, you'll probably make, I don't know, £1 or 90p per stand. So if you sell 10 stands, you'll get the price of your reel back, but not minus electric. So, you know, that's why I think that is the best price that you could probably sell this for, £3, right? Because someone would be. Now, because I've noticed that there is an inconsistency in the thickness of the case, and I know people might not want a tight fit, right? Because this is a bit like extremely tight, right? You know, it's still, with this case, you know, with this one, it's a lot better, right? Because it's just sliding in. So, you know, do I want to sell this to someone and then they say, oh, well, my PSA card's a bit tight in it and then mine's a bit loose. So, as you can see, this is sliding in no problem, right? I've got loads of PSA cards around. I've got absolute shitloads. Now, I want to see if there's kind of a difference between, this one's an 8 cert, yeah? Yeah, you see what I mean? This is what's fucking bullshit about PSA. Because they've made the cases thicker on some cards. Now that one's tighter than this one. And what's this one? This is 8.3. And what's this one? This one's 8.2. So 8.2, in my opinion, feels fucking tighter than this. Yeah, it feels tighter. So there's a big inconsistency, right? So that's 8.2, right? So let me get. I had a Slow King somewhere, right? Yeah, see up, there it is. Right, so this is a Slow King, this is a 5 cert. Yeah, there we go. Look how loose that one is. So this is what I mean. That's crazy, man. Like, how loose that one is. And then that one's a bit like, that one's a, you know, that one's looser. That one's a lot looser, yeah? And this one's thicker. Right, let me grab another one real quick. Here's a 5. This one's a 5.5. So we've got, that one's a bit, yeah, that one's a bit, yeah, this one's a bit, not super loose, but yeah. Right, problem. Right, so let's just grab another stack. And this is why, guys, we're not grading PSA cards anymore, right? As well. I won't say anymore, but you can't sell these things. They don't sell. Now, if you're having luck selling PSA cards, then, you know, comment below and tell me that you've sold some PSA cards or whatever, or you're getting actually people that are buying them from you. Because, in my opinion, like, it's fucking dead. Like, you know, and these ones are too thick, so, you know, this is 8 certs. So, let me just readjust my camera, right? So 8 cert is an 8. These are real tight. So, man, this is gonna suck, because what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to make another 10. I printed 11 off, right? I'm getting blinded by the sun right now, as you can see, yeah. So, yeah, this is like, these are really tight again. So, we know that they made the PSA cases thicker on the 8,000 certs. On the 8,000 certs, this is where the PSA cases got thicker, and that is shit, because now I'm going to have to reconfigure the file and print these again with probably another millimeter or a 0.5 centimeter tolerance. So even though I've been working on this all weekend to get this perfect, right, now I'm going to kind of have to do it again. Which, it's frustrating at sometimes, because you think, fucking hell, man, like, I've got to do it again. But, you know, going back in the editor, changing the diameter, then, you know, you're putting it back from the USB, back from the printer, back in the printer, turning it on, firing it up, waiting 3 hours for it to print 10 or print 1, then test 1 print, and then see if it works, then see if that works, right? And then you have to do it again, right? Test it. Alright, it works, we've done it, bam. Then we have to go back to the printer, put the USB back in the PC, yeah, then we have to go back on the editor, bang like 11 on the print bed, right, and then print 11 or print 10, right, knowing that you might get a defect on the bottom of one of them, yeah, and then print again, and then obviously, you know, it's time. It's time. That's what I mean. Like, the cost of certain things does not come from the principle of paying for me time. You know what I mean? Probably God's giving me a sign or something right now. That's why I'm getting absolutely blinded by the sun. You know what I mean? So, do you continue with what you're doing, or do you give up with it? That's the thing, right? So, I will sell these for £3, right? Because you can send them through a letterbox. So that's my end of my video. And if you still want to stick around, or you want to moan about, oh well, me, like, this is a 5 cert, and I might just scrap all these white ones and bin them. But you know, if anybody wants like a kind of a tight fit stand, you know, I don't really want to make, like, they're not really bad, but they're a good fit. But in my opinion, the gap, the base that it fits down is a bit too big. So we're gonna have to, because it sinks real far down in there, and that you have to tug on it. So, you know, if you want one of these ones, then they're gonna be there, right? I'm gonna put a couple on eBay and try and recover a little bit of my money for my reel, because I'm gonna end up wasting it again printing more. And that's the problem with anybody that is going to be thinking about even doing 3D printing. The amount of plastic that you waste trying to get the right diameters and the right measurements for each adjustment, especially when something's big. There was a guy who printed a Star Wars helmet, yeah, and it was too small for his head, and he spent 11 days printing it. You know how many reels that probably took? Like, seriously, yeah? This took 4 attempts to complete this, yeah? 4 attempts. And then I even made, like, a fucking multicoloured one, right? Which is sick, right? So, basically, like that, look, yeah? Perfect. So, if you've got any old Xbox games, or anything that you like, you know, or even a DVD, and you want to help me, yeah, help me out by, like, saying buying another reel so I can kind of waste it, right? Then, you know, there's an option to buy off somebody, because at the end of the day, if I like somebody, I'm going to buy off them too. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a shop. Like, look at Unicorn Cards, yeah? I used to buy off them for everything. And even that owner of their channel knows of my channel, right? So, that's the thing, right? You support companies that actually do a good job, yeah, and do what you expect, you know, them to do, yeah, providing a good service, yeah. And I do have 3 Xbox ones, but I know with someone who's going to go, he's trying to sell his viewers his stands, right? But you know, what do all these millionaires do on YouTube? They sell you their merch, their clothing they wear. Do you know what I mean? And everyone buys their clothing. Man's asking, like, for say a couple pound, yeah? Couple pounds not really a lot, is it? You sell 10 stands, say for £2.99, you get £1 each. You buy another reel, you try again, right? You could do something right, do something wrong the first time, or you sell, say, 20 quid of cards. You can buy another, say, a tin for, say, 10, 12 quid, right? And do a video, right? And then hopefully someone views the video, and then you get views, and then, you know, you grow your channel, and then your channel makes money, right? And then you can, for example, then you can buy more stuff. And that's what everybody does. Like, that's how it works. That's how business works. You need people to help you grow. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Or you can buy a pump and dump crypto, like Bonk, right? Buy it, tell everyone else to buy it, and then literally exit liquidity and dump on every fucker, and then you make the money, right? That's scammy, right? So you see what I mean? So how would you prefer it? Or was I like that, or was I actually fucking genuine and honest to my fucking viewership? You see what I mean, right? right? Peace.